Hey, sheep, sheep. Hey, sheep. Across to the other side. Nice and icy. The most treacherous spot. Oh. Yeah, I ate it right there earlier this year. Inspired a haiku. Hey, sheep. Let's see what they're getting up to down there. Yeah, sheep like to have fun. But the winter fat up here sure is nice because, you know, it sticks up out of the snow, which is not something everything can say. So it's really valuable. You know, there's a lot of grass underneath there, but the sheep just can't get to it right now. And hopefully come this summer we'll be able to graze this whole thing, get all that grass ate down, and get, you know, the sheep are pooping the whole time and pooping out minerals, and hopefully we can get this to grow even more life, more vegetation. So we can get all this covered. I mean, this is a pretty big chunk of carbon sequestering potential here, if you want to look at it that way. You know, it's all of it. If you can get the carbon in the ground, then you can also store more water. So, I mean, only talking about the carbon is leaving a lot of the conversation off the table. So quiet. I hear a raven. Where you at, Raven? Back there somewhere. We have some nesting ravens that are back in that canyon. It's pretty interesting. They run off, they run the hawks off. Although one day I saw a kestrel send a raven packing. I've never seen anything make a raven run away. I've seen them fake it. They'll fake it with other birds. They'll hunt in teams, and you know, they're going after the young and or the eggs of other birds a lot of times. And so I've seen flycatchers and stuff like that chase them off, and the ravens make a big point of, you know, oh God, oh, you know, they do beat them up pretty good though. There's smaller ones that really just fly at them like little fists while they're getting harried by the bigger birds. So like the whole neighborhood will get together and run the ravens off whenever they're going after the eggs. But this one day I saw a kestrel right back here, right over the arroyo back there, go after a raven, and took three lunges at him, and boy, that raven took off. I've never seen a raven run for its life before. I guess everybody's got their foe. Anyway, I don't know what the hell that was about. Just nature, I guess. Pretty cool. So yeah, hopefully the sheep being on the land here will help spur more growth. And then eventually there's a, this is a pretty large watershed right here. The mouth of that canyon right there discharges right into this whole, I guess it's really an alluvial fan. It's fairly steep. I don't even know how to say it, but it's steep enough. But the idea is that we were going to put swales in here, probably cut basins and build a berm, right? So you, on contour, will go through in several different places and cut little basins that'll fill up with water, and then berms on the downhill side, and just places for the water to let itself out. And the idea being is that you can take water that right now it was wanting to just run right straight off and into the arroyo on this side. So if we can bring it down here and start to bring it in bands across and let all that water soak in the ground, everybody should be happier. That's topsoil is not going to be taken off, and any water we can get in the ground up here ultimately goes into the water table, instead of just rolling out onto the flats and making some mud and then evaporating. Having it up here where the vegetation can interact with it is pretty important. It's part of what makes it rain too, keeping that water in the soil and in the microbial life in the soil. There's what you can see going on above soil is nothing compared to what's going on below. Yeah, the ravens will run. I've seen them run bigger hawks off, like red tails and stuff like that. They really go at it, flying upside down. The hawks do, because the ravens get above them and just kind of fly down at them, and the hawks will have to swing over on their back, and there's this whole dogfight going on. So the ravens are like super badass, really. But and the kestrel is not a big bird. That's the other thing, is it's like you would think that the red tail is much bigger. They would really get him. Yeah, the sheep just heard the dogs bark. But no, man, falcons, it makes makes the avian barbecue a little uncomfortable, if you know what I mean, when all the birds get together and have a barbecue. When the falcons show up, it's awkward. Yeah, so you'll see the smaller birds chase the ravens in the morning, because they're after their babies, and then in the afternoon you'll see once the heat starts rising, you'll start to see the hawks come in, and the ravens will chase them off. It's funny. You see that there's really no side to pick there. Everybody's just trying to make a living.